What's good, YouTube? Kid Trips here, and I'm back. Hey, I know it's been a while. It's been a hot minute since I was on YouTube, and that's just due to me losing motivation and not really having the energy to do it. Plus, we just moved into a new house too. I don't know if you can tell, but the setup's a little different. I'm not about to go ahead and give y'all a tour or nothing like that on some type of shit. But look, it's good to be back. Honestly, I've really been thinking damn, when should I make another video? And it's just been so weird not doing it, but I'm glad that I can always come back to this. So here I am now. We got a reaction today, you know what I'm saying, from my boy Tommy NFG. You know what I'm saying, shout out to him. He's always been one of my favorites to watch. With that being said though, let's get into this video.
Gen Z as a whole generation is bad at a lot of things. Bad at not getting addicted to vaping and making up new methods to get high. Bad at
Yo, chill. Hold on. I'm not gonna lie, bro. I don't know where vaping came from. I don't know how that shit got to the point where it's at now. But I swear, I cannot stand some of y'all fiends when it comes to your vape, bro. I'll take a nigga's vape, right? And I've seen them do the most devious crash outs known to man. I mean, my sister, she vapes. I had hit her vape one day. She's in the Navy, mind you. She came up to me, grabbing me by the shirt like these and lifting me up, trying to figure out where the vape is at. I said, hey, man, get off me, cuz. What's wrong with you? You feel me? I swear to you, bro. Or I'll be with my friends and they lose their vape because they fell in the car and they will literally stop mid-highway trying to find the vape. I'm like, cuz, what are you doing, bro? If you don't drive, we finish it out later.
Focusing for longer than 5 minutes without having to scroll on TikTok for an hour. Bad at not ordering DoorDash 4 to 5 times a week. But what Gen Z is
most y'all niggas be getting fat, bro. I'm not gonna lie. That DoorDash is killing y'all, you young niggas, bro. I mean, I'm 21, so I really can't say much, but I don't DoorDash, you know what I'm saying? I cook my own food because I'm a chef. But that's a story for a different day. But yeah, I be seeing some of y'all, bro. Y'all be getting that gut, bro. Can't be having that shit.
Best at its magnus opus is hate. There is no generation that is as hateful or vile as much as Gen Z is. There's generations that grew up and fought in wars, and I swear they're still not as hateful as us. If the people that fought in wars had to sit at a middle school or high school,
I'm not gonna lie, bro. I be hating. Hating is free. It's free. It's free. Now, do I be hating like how these Gen Z niggas be hating? Nah. I just be hating on my friends because it's free though, on me.
Lunch table in 2016 and get roasted, they leave with more PTSD than on the war field. Nowadays, it seems like everything that goes viral is due to some type of hating. Think of some of the biggest things last year. Drake versus Kendrick, making fun of Ice Spice, happy for the elimination of the healthcare CEO.
That's crazy,
that
I'm not gonna
one's
lie.
a little more valid, but you get my point. We've kind of thrived on
He said that was
like
valid,
how the
crazy, I'm not
ancient
gonna lie.
Romans had Colosseum fights, and the crowd would cheer when it was a person versus a lion to see if they would win over bloodshed. I wanted to talk about this now because there's been this trend on TikTok hating on a certain rapper. Someone you all should know. Like, I could literally put a picture of his hair and you would all guess it. XXX Tentacion. The speed X took over the rap game was something I think we haven't seen.
A lot of y'all niggas don't understand how good X really was. Like, I'm not gonna lie. When X first came out, I was low-key hating. I was like, who the fuck is this nigga? This nigga sounds ass. Like XXX Tentacion. Or what, you know, they said. Anyway, I'm not gonna lie. I was hating on this nigga X. I gave it like maybe a year. About 2 years later, I was like, oh, hold up. This nigga's actually peak. And then he died. I'm like, well, shit. That's over. But I'm not gonna lie, bro. X was actually peak. He really saved a lot of y'all niggas, bro, from committing self-scholarships. I'm not gonna lie, from what I've heard.
Since he came out. This man was in jail and Look at Me came out and was going viral. He went in jail as a pretty unknown guy, then overnight became a celebrity. It was like one day on the internet you started to see these variations of profile pictures of X, and I can't lie, I was one of them dudes in school rocking the X profile picture. He had that cult-like rap following that only a certain amount of rappers have. Nowadays, his closest equivalent is probably Cardi Glazers. You got Ye fans, Travis Scott fans, Youngboy fans, but I would say out of all of them,
trash,
he was blowing them out the water with the amount of grass he had on his fans, even just from my account. I used to be staying updated on everything he had going on, and he was
I will say, I hated the way that people would glaze X or even Juice World, the glaze for them two niggas was fucking insane, bro. I mean, you would have people saying that X and Juice World was better than Lil Wayne. I'm like, buddy, what are you talking about? Now, Lil Wayne's my favorite rapper, mind you, so that's why I use that. But it's like there's like X and Juice was never better than Lil Wayne. Like, I just don't believe that.
He's getting in some type of drama. So you could always check his Instagram story and there being a chance he's dissing one of your favorite rappers. And even if you didn't listen to him or didn't care about him, you had no choice but to see him because the social media pages were posting him all the time. I remember so many were trying to sound like X and even copy the cadence he talks in.
No, que no te galos. Hey, I'm just episodes. Hey, water like.
He was relatable to
like
a lot of the younger generation because he would talk about his depression and what he's going through, and also give motivational talks all the time, telling people to chase their dreams. The last rapper to do something like that for a generation was Ye, which is why when he passed away, it was such a big deal to people. And for a long time, people have talked about his impact online and how big he could have potentially been. But now, apparently on TikTok, people have been hating on him. Like, this isn't some small trend or something. It's a huge big trend on there. We all know, since X was always talking about his depression and his thoughts all the time, they would always use his songs and him speaking in sad edits and emo edits. We can never forget that Bart Simpson profile picture. I'm glad to say I was not one of those dudes rocking that. A lot of people would hear what he said and act fake depressed online.
My life sucks, man. If people only knew the pain and anguish I went through to be here, they'd respect me more.
Jimmy, your parents live in the richest part of
I'm not gonna lie, bro. Niggas that do shit like that.
Them Bart Simpson edit videos used to go crazy back in the day on YouTube. And was X sometimes exaggerated with getting his point across? Yes. So people have been bringing up these clips recently, posting him acting like that back in the day and kind of clowning him.
Do you have any relationship with your father?
What's that? What's a father?
Alright, now this is glazed.
From mental illness, or do you suffer from depression?
Do I think I suffer from mental illness? I think I'm different. And that's the last thing I'll say on the video. You can keep that in there though.
Now, I'm not gonna lie, some of this shit he did do was actually kind of like a little bit cheesy and corny. Yeah. But taking it out of proportion like this is just a little too much. I mean, come on, you gotta understand, like, he really did have a chokehold on, like, the younger generation coming up. Like, even to this day, he still does, and he's already dead. So you gotta, like, respect it also.
Sasha Onfroy was weak. X is the complete opposite. X desires control. Controversy.
Like, bro, it's one thing posting him and saying this is kinda cringe looking back on it. To be honest, a lot of that stuff just didn't age well from that era. You could look back on any era and there's always gonna be some cringe things. But people in the comments be talking about he had to go, or be talking about his music wasn't good. Like, where did this hate come from? That's brand new to me. Because for the longest, everyone was saying how talented X was and how far he could have made it. But now, because of a couple of viral TikToks, he's all of a sudden the most corny person and was never good. This guy probably explains it best from what I've seen happen on TikTok.
Let's not play like X wasn't cool as shit. Y'all love to fake support someone, and the second like some bad shit come out, you're always like, damn, like I knew from the beginning. Like I was one of them ones who was like, I knew from the beginning. I was a day one hater, because that's not even a flex, dude. Was not hating on X before that clip came out. You just hopping on the wave. Y'all love to bring a nigga down, bro. Y'all love to see someone who's been getting constant love, and the second some controversy come out, y'all trying to act like he was bad the whole time, when in reality you was just waiting for a moment to finally.
I will say this, X has done, like, from reportedly, I guess he's done some like maybe terrible stuff, maybe, but like even then he was still trying to be a better person at the end of the day.
Bring his name down. Why is everyone saying they knew he was corny when he had so much love and not a hater was in sight? Like, somebody's lying. Do I have a father? What's that?
As soon as a couple people turn on someone, everybody's gonna act like they always thought that person was corny and never good. At the end of the day, back then, everyone was a little more cornier, especially if you're younger still. But like, do you know what we used to wear? This was the average fit back in 2017.
Hey, Ryan Reynolds here for Mint Mobile with a very exciting announcement for parents everywhere. It's called Mint Kids, and it's a plan specifically designed for kids just getting their first phones.
It's a full-size plan for your mini-me.
Nothing like that.
Well, it's unlimited talk and text. 5 gigabytes of data for a perfectly
It's crazy how in our generation, a couple of TikToks of someone being cringe go viral, and people shift from loving the person to hating them. There was a time when you talked to any on X for years, people would come for you. I think what a lot of this
like,
hate
to
is
your
really
door
coming down
knocking.
to is either those kids who used to listen to
AH
and
would've
grew
switched
up
down
and
to
are
your
cringing
fucking,
looking back
like,
on it,
dome
and new
piece,
kids are
bro.
coming in who never listen to X and are just on him. Back in the day, would watch this and think it's the toughest thing of all time. I feel like with our generation, making fun of dead people who never did anything is a common thing. Like, I remember when the George Floyd protests were going on and people were making memes of George Floyd. It wouldn't be funny 99% of
crazy,
the
I'm not gonna lie.
time too. It was just cringe. Another thing that showed me how hateful our generation is was when gender arguments and people started to dedicate podcasts to hating another gender. I think the sole
Now,
reason
I'm not gonna lie, those kind of podcasts were actually kind of good. Not in a way of like I hate on one gender compared to other, but it more like it like I wouldn't even call it hating. It was more like making awareness to how different the genders really are from male to female. You feel me? Like, you know, you got the ones who want females to be X, Y, and Z way, and you got those who want females to be A, B, and C way. And it's like people would take those two like things and like put them against each other, saying, well, these guys are better because they see it like this compared to these guys who see it like this.
You know why the birth rate is declining worldwide is because the people that run these stupid ass podcasts. In the past, you went out to find someone and had your criterias, then boom, marriage.
But yeah, I'm not gonna lie, bro. These type of podcasts really ruined the dating market, because now literally this was like almost never a thing, but now all of a sudden all these women want 6'5", 6'7" niggas, make eight figures a year, light skinned, handsome ass nigga, you know what I'm saying? Gotta have his bread up, you know what I'm saying? Gotta live in a mansion, gotta drive a Lambo. All this shit that literally only a certain percent of the population has worldwide. But then you got girls who be looking just like this nigga King K. Rool, but they be wanting the whole world. Like let's make it make sense. Come on now.
But nowadays, people get swayed for a potential option because they had Fresh and Fit tell them otherwise.
Exactly.
This is a very unpopular opinion, but I'm gonna say it anyway.
This nigga's trash. I'm not gonna lie.
In a serious relationship with a girl, she should not have an Instagram. That's cheating.
Gen Z men are boring. Men are boring. You're lazy. You're boring. You don't have hobbies. You're unambitious. You don't know how to talk to women. You're not respectful.
It's bitches like these that look like this that be saying the most, bro. Like, look at you. Oh, that's crazy.
I think we're at the point where these type of dumbass people aren't getting as much attention anymore. Both men and women are absolutely tired of this shit. I know
It's
this
like with
no
the whole
matter
Andrew Tate
how
thing,
much
but I'm
they
not gonna speak on
fearmonger
that.
these
That
things.
nigga's
Say
banned.
something like all these girls out here are gold diggers and will pretend to love you, or saying all these dudes are manipulating you and are always ready to cheat. I almost never see these type of situations happen in real life, and if I do, it's like 1 or 2 cases I've seen in my whole lifetime. You gotta realize the reason why these people
Nah,
are
bro,
saying
not
these
like that. I
situations
seen
are
it
so
way
common
more.
is because they hang out in those type of environments. The average person is not running into this a lot of times, and it's showing more that the person that runs into this stuff all the time just has choices at picking. But because of social
not
media,
going- he not
because their
wrong.
voices are so amplified, it's why it's a common thing for men and women of our generation to run around with these ideas. Another thing that showed me how hateful we are is politics. There was no other generation where someone's political view pissed you off so much that you couldn't be friends with that person anymore. I'm talking about the non-extreme cases, of course. You know, if
Nah.
someone's extremely insane.
Anytime I try to talk politics to somebody, they about to freaking gun me down with an AA-12 with a switch on it. 40 times scope aimed directly from my throat, bro. I'm gonna be done. I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna be done. That's why I can't talk about politics with some of y'all niggas, bro. Y'all don't know how to have a conversation. Like, go outside, touch some grass or something. Why y'all trying to argue with me because I said I like Tom, Dick, and Harry better than Susie and Lily? Like, what are we talking about?
Saying on either side that's valid to cut them off. Like, sometimes people just can't be helped, but people will cut off their family over who they voted for, both sides.
One blocked.
I
Shit's
blocked
cringe.
my sister too. She the only one that's smoking. She couldn't take her ass down there and vote. So now we're cutting off people because they didn't even choose to vote? Bro, what happened to it's the choice to vote? Only 64% of the US population that could vote voted in the last election. It's not like the whole country comes out every time. And our generation got the worst of it. We have some of the most extremely odd and insane
swear, bro.
politicians of all time. One of our presidents was sleeping through half the job,
That
while
was
the
crazy.
other could wake up one day randomly and decide to take some away from us. And the person he was against was campaigning by getting celebrities to twerk on stage.
I swear, bro, this year's like presidential election, well, I guess last year, the race to presidency, that entire thing was probably the worst I've ever seen. Like I said, I'm only 21. I've only ever been around for how many presidents that I can remember? What? Obama, literally Obama, Trump, and Biden. Like literally. And then now we got Trump again. But the whole Kamala versus Trump era thing, that had to have been the trashiest shit I've ever seen. You got one side that is claiming that they're black, getting all these celebrities shaking ass and twerking all over, you know, these cameras for young hip Americans to try to gain a vote. And then you have Chester the Cheeto on the other side talking about, yeah, we're gonna go ahead and take away most people's freedom. We're gonna call our opponents idiots. And we're gonna bomb people we don't like. Like, you can't win at that point. Like, nigga, who the fuck are you supposed to vote for? I'm gonna vote for myself at this point, you know what I'm saying? I got a better chance on me.
If you told an American this is how politics would be in 1999, they'd call you a crazy person. And this all literally just started in 2016. Like, Gen Z ain't have a single chance for
Yeah,
peace.
these two
had
niggas
George
right
Bush.
there, Trump and Hillary, literally ruined it for everybody, bro. Literally, I swear to you. That whole back and forth degrading the other presidential candidate, it started with them two niggas right there.
And Obama way more peaceful. Even though they protested George Bush, their protests are nothing close to the protests Trump beginning. They be filling up whole cities with his protests. And on the other side, of course, you got the Trump rallies where you'll see riding you've never seen in your life. The
That's
social media
crazy, bro. I'm not
algorithm
gonna lie.
kind
The
of
meat
makes it so
writing's
you have to
insane.
pick one side and one side only, which has affected Gen Z the most. It's proven we have the biggest political gap and worst arguing. Because as soon as you start to see a couple of posts relating to that side, your whole feed is eventually going to be full of it. And it's not people's fault. Social media has manufactured it to be like that. There's a lot of
Algorithms
victims
go
out there
crazy.
who unintentionally has had this happen to them and has shaped who they are politically. I try my best to distinct a lot of this stuff and not fall down any stupid rabbit holes because I'm not dedicated to either side anyways. To me, it's more of a problem that our generation doesn't even like to hear out the other side a lot of times. People just assume
just
the
be
worst
ignorant,
and think
bro.
you're lost and don't want to talk to you. The bad news about this too is it's gonna keep getting divided. When Gen Z starts raising kids, these are gonna drill their beliefs into their kids' minds.
I swear,
before
this is
they're
why this is why I don't want to have kids, because of shit like this, bro. I swear, bro. Because I know how other people of my generation are. So why would I want to have a kid so they can be infected with stupidness? You know what I'm saying? Me personally, I'm a genius. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm not just saying that to say it, but I'm a smart ass nigga, and my kids will probably be smart ass as well. Like, I'm not gonna sit here and surround my kids by dumbasses either. You know what I'm saying? So that's one of the reasons why I wouldn't want to have kids, because it's like you gotta, they would be very different from the other kids, and because of that, they would be seen as, or they might be victims of being bullied just because they don't see or view or like the same things that majority of these dumbass kids like. You know what I'm saying?
brain is even in a solid state. My parents raised me and my brother off the notion of not to talk about adult things when we were young, which I liked. And politics was one of those things, because as a kid, your parents should not be telling you about the political and economic state of the world, bruh. You should be worrying about playing Roblox and Fortnite and getting brain rot from TikTok. Remember too,
Hell nah.
Gen Z was
My
like
kid
the
cannot
whole
get brain rot,
experiment
bro.
in the social media political world. So Gen Alpha next is going to be more divided than us, then Gen Beta is going to be more divided, then after that until the point of implosion. Anyways, that's all I've got for real. If you're a hater, stay a hater and make sure to comment something hateful. Let's keep this train moving. Follow
Yes,
me
sir.
on
I always
Twitter,
love to hate, bro.
Instagram, and TikTok.
You know me.
As always, I love you guys.
All right, gang, that's all for today. You know what I'm saying? If you enjoy it, go ahead and give me a like, comment, subscribe. You know what I'm saying? Down below. Hey, it's free. You know what I'm saying? Help a brother out. It only helps me try to become a better YouTuber. You know what I'm saying? Give me some ideas on what you want me to do. I think the next video might be a gaming video. I've been kind of looking to see what kind of games I should honestly play. I really want to get back into record myself playing games, just because it's honestly another way to, like, you know, have a longer video, because most of my videos aren't that long, but, like, you know, I want to always try to keep them under like at least 50 minutes, especially if it's like a game or anything like that. But hey, look, hope y'all having a good day, man. You know what I'm saying? I hope y'all have a good rest of your week or wherever you're at. I hope everything goes well for you and you get all your dreams and goals that you want. That being said, peace.